Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, everyone, depending from which time zone you are connecting. Welcome to Big Launch of Safetica. I am Jan Mazal, Product Marketing Manager, and I will guide you through this important session. Today, we'd like to present you how we are reshaping Safetica and its products for next decade. We were working hard to squeeze and concentrate all the important information that we'd like to share with you in just 45 minutes. First, our CEO Richard Brulík will present Safetica's business overview and also our market's outlook, including key growth drivers. Then I will follow with repositioning of Safetica, and I will also share some data from latest Infotech research about how we are doing and what's our current position on the market. Our CTO Zbigniew Sopuk will then introduce our newly positioned portfolio with new features and with roadmap outlook to 2022. And last but not least, Pavel Šarbort, our CMO, will show you Safetica's new brand strategy and visual identity that you can partially see already on the design of these slides. The whole session will be recorded and we will share it with you in follow-up email latest tomorrow. And as there are many of you, the attendees right now, we won't have the live Q&A session, but please feel free to send us any questions you have via chat or via the feedback form that will be also part of the follow-up email tomorrow. And of course, we will try to answer them all, let's say, as fast as possible, as soon as possible, and we'll send you additional email with all the answers. So let's get ready. I'm happy to welcome Richard Brulík, CEO of Safetica. Richard, the virtual stage is yours now.
Hi everybody, I'm Richard, I'm CEO of Safetica. In this initial part, I'm going to give you an update of the Safetica business, how we did in the last 12 months, and what changed in our company since last major release. And also to share with you the recent trends that we, and also many industry analysts that we speak to, that we see on the DLP or insider threat protection market. And also what are the drivers of these changes. So let's start with the company update first. During the last 12 months, everybody had to face the many new challenges, and the COVID pandemic situation significantly changed the way how we work, how we meet with the partners and customers, and also how customers' priorities and the strategy change. But despite all these changes, we are still able to grow our customer base by more than 1/3 in just 12 months. It is amazing results, and we are able to achieve it thanks only to you, our partners, and the great support that you providing to our joint clients. So thank you very much, and actually congratulations. In the same time, Safetica global business grew by more than 70% compared to last year, primarily driven by the growth in Western Europe and Latin America. And after the COVID pandemic situation impacts many industries and many businesses, we see on our numbers and also on feedback from you, our partners, that the cybersecurity is still the highest priority in the company's list. And in general, the DLP business is growing globally across all markets and industries, as you will also see on the following slides later on. Today, we are going to announce the new generation of the Safetica products, the version 10. And it's not only the another version for us, but it's also the celebration of the 10 years of the Safetica products on the market. And we work really hard to improve every aspect of the products in the last major release. And I hope that you will like our new version of the Safetica 1, and it will help many customers to solve their cybersecurity challenges. But we are not going to stop here. We are keep investing into our company, our technology, and hiring new experts and talents to build an even better product for you for next years and keep delivering the excellent services to you and your customers. Thank you very much for all the business and all the supports provided to Safetica during the last years. We see it as a strong commitment, and we keep working hard to build the best security solution on the market that our customers will love and will stay with us for the many years. Now, let's have a look how the entire data security market is doing. And from many different research and analyst forecasts, you can clearly see that the market has significantly grown in last year. And the most of the analysts agree that the data security or data protection market will grow in double digits during the following years. As you saw in the previous slide, Safetica grows organically even faster. And we expect further acceleration thanks to this year's expansions to our SaaS business model. There is a huge opportunity for you and for us to grow in the cybersecurity industry in the upcoming years. But what are the drivers of this growth? So the first part is increasing awareness of the information security. Earlier, enterprises were adopting the security strategies and approaches only to secure and maintain the integrity of critical information. However, with the increase in the cybercrimes and data leakness, enterprises have started focusing on adopting data protection to secure their businesses and to reduce the overall risk of the organization. Increasing emphasis on the data, privacy, and compliance is another part because governments and companies around the world have started to take a closer look to their existing regulations and data privacy. However, the enforcement and implementation of new regulations to ensure the higher standards of information security and privacy is also one of the key market drivers. And last but not least, remote work and the shift to full home office or hybrid working environment creates for the many organizations many new security challenges. How to protect their sensitive and valuable data in such a setup. Valuable data are not located in many different places, and companies need to take the certain measures to protect their data not only within the company network, but pretty much anywhere. If we are talking about unintentional or malicious behavior of the people with authorized access to internal data that could be misused to harm the organization, it is called the insider threat in general. And globally, we see that this issue is on the rise. The rise is driven by the digital workspace, the flexible and remote work, and also the agile behavior of the companies without the strict policies. Incidents may take the months to discover, and the longer it takes, the more expensive they become. According to the analyst companies, insider threats has been the big issue in recent years. 3/4 of the companies confirm that they became the more frequent. That's proved by the almost 50% growth of the insider caused incidents in recent years. There's no surprise that insider threats became the primary cause of the data breaches. But what caused it? There's a great amount of the general breaches where internal employees have been involved. Almost half of the employees take the work-related documents with them when they are leaving the company. At the same time, 9 from 10 companies can't consistently detect insider threats. And when the data breaches occurs, it's almost 70% of the cost. It takes months to discover it. And after that 2 months on average to contain the incidents. So no surprise that on average, the company spends more than $3 million USD as a result of the data breaches. Of course, includes also the large enterprise, but still, it's an enormous number. And not only the number of insider caused incidents growing, but also the average cost of these incidents is on the rise in recent years by more than 30%. Every cost of the incidents involved criminal or malicious insiders is more than twice higher than the cost of the incidents caused by the negligence of the employees and contractors. And in general, these malicious incidents also represents more than 60% of all incidents. But what caused these costs? According to the Panama Institute, most of these costs, almost the 90%, goes towards the containment, remediations, insiders' responses, and investigations. But here you can see, well, also have the insider threat incidents, the biggest impact is on the company's reputations, their finance, the leak of the intellectual property, or customer churn even. So the key takeaways from this initial part of today's webinars are that generally the DLP industry is keep growing. The awareness companies about the cybersecurity is higher than any time before. And we together have the right solution and right expertise to help to solve our clients' issues and support them. And so we are here to help them to focus on their core business and not worry about the cybersecurity anymore. So thank you, and let's pass the presentation back to my colleagues.
Thank you, Richard, for the market overview and outlook. Then now let's look how we navigate through the new reality. But first, let's look what is our current position based on data from Infotech Research. Software reviews aggregate the emotional response rating in areas like product impact, services, negotiation, product strategy and innovation, and some others to create powerful indicator of overall users' feeling towards the vendor and its product portfolio. The Infotech data provided us deep dive into our customers' point of view at our product and at our cooperation. The software reviews word cloud aggregates the most common and experienced pain points and prevailing opinions of our users. Feel free to check. I think that we can agree that Safetica's emotional footprint among our customers is pretty nice and it's doing pretty well. Now let's check some additional results from the report. Most of interviewed customers would recommend us to their peers, and also most of them plan to renew the licenses, which is in general the good news. There are also some above and average satisfaction with our product, and that is also thanks to you, our partners. And we also ranked high with our product strategy and rate of improvement, which is also important for our customers and also for potential prospects, mainly because of knowing where we are headed and what's the future, where we are going. Among the other vendors, we were ranked first in ease of implementation and ease of integration. That we consider as one of the key parts of the decision making of our customers or potential customers when they are deciding which solution to choose. But there is still work that needs to be done on UI and UX, and we are working on it hard, and you will see it in future releases, and hopefully you'll like it, and of course hopefully our customers will like it. So this all has earned us several awards. For your understanding why Infotech considers Safetica as a leader in their DLP quadrant, so based on very detailed evaluation by almost 50 of our customers, we achieved one of the highest scores in vendor experience and capabilities, that's the X-axis, and in product features and satisfaction, that's the Y-axis. And of course, not of course, but thanks to it, we were awarded the gold medal for the data loss prevention and data quadrant in general. So these were our foundation on which we continue to build to address all the data protection and insider threat challenges that our customers are facing. With all these market trends mentioned in the beginning, we also need to respect how data security market is evolving. We see that the DLP is shifting towards dynamic DLP that can detect and respond, and that combines various data classification approaches and dynamically adjust security policies when the changes in behavior are detected. Also, in recent years, there is a rise of new players and security scenarios around insider threat that cover behavior and internal risk analysis. And the reason is that it's using this data for early detection of potential insider threats, of course for its prevention. So this together creates, in our view, the modern data security. And this is the direction and positioning of Safetica, where we are headed with the new product portfolio. So, as I mentioned, we have two complementary approaches, the DLP approach and insider threat approach. So how it stands next to each other. Insider threat security solutions proactively identify security threats and risks and help to mitigate them before they turn into the real data loss incident. By adding the human perspective and by analyzing the behavior of individuals and of course of workspace, by this you can detect the anomalies and stop the potential problems hours or even days before they turn or become the incident. On the other hand, we have the DLP that is blocking and logging the incidents when they are really happening. Of course, this is happening based on or according to defined security policies, according to data classification and the user's interaction. So no matter if there were any risky signals in advance or not, it just does its work based on how it's set up. In the end, the DLP is really strong in policies enforcement to prevent the data loss incidents, and of course it's also really strong in itself the incidents investigation. But very often it has, or it used to have, the negative impact on business operations and on employees' productivity. So next to it, the insider threat security solutions with behavior analysis, they are adding the understanding of user behavior and workspace behavior for its better management. And it helps to educate people that tends to, let's say, behave in unsafe manner, and it finally leads to cheaper mitigation. So as you can see with the UEBA module, but also with the activity monitoring, workspace audit, with the trends detection, we already have and used to have some of these features in our DLP for years. But maybe we haven't called them explicitly as insider threat solution. And this is something that is changing. With our new positioning that covers also the insider threat area, the little issue with naming arises. When you look at the vendors landscape, there is no single naming convention. For example, Forcepoint is calling their solution insider threat protection. Microsoft is using insider risk management. Proofpoint calls it insider threat management. Netrix calls that insider threat prevention. And you can find other users like Splunk, for example, using just the wording UEBA or insider threat detection. And we have to say that not even analysts made their final decisions about the productivity category names. So we looked at the most of possible competitors and we choose the one that makes most sense, and that is insider threat protection that you'll see in our messaging, in all the materials and so on. So from the product features perspective of the repositioning, and together with the data security evolution, we also see the need to address common DLP issues like proper data classification, lengthy policies configuration, very well-known lack of IT skills and people skills, and of course ongoing digital workspace transformation with the rise of cloud and of course software as a service business models. What does this new positioning mean from the product perspective? It means that we are working on further lowering of entry barriers, and we are building SaaS that is multi-platform and that is easy to deploy, of course, easy to use. We are enhancing the data classification by combining the different approaches, the content and context. And we are adapting the automation. We are planning to adapt machine learning, and we are embedding the security know-how and our best practices into the product, again, to be able to provide the value to the customer as soon as possible after the implementation. And we also reflect the change in the security approach by, let's say, moving from strict policies to detection and response lifecycle. And we are also expanding the DLP by early detection of the risk with these behavior and threat signals. That's the insider threat protection part. And of course, we need to reflect and respond to trends of hybrid environments that needs to be integrated into security stacks, the combination of on-prem, virtual, and cloud environments. So how are these mentioned plans reflected in our repositioning portfolio? This will be explained by Zbigniew Sopuch, CTO of Safetica. Let me pass him the presentation.
Hello, so let me show you our product portfolio. In general, our product covers these four main data security scenarios: data loss prevention, insider threat protection, regulatory compliance, and company operation management. Data loss prevention focuses mostly on sensitive data and covers their dynamic protection. It brings efficient security and scaling by integration with end users to save admin's time. Insider threat protection uses end users, workspace, and even data flow behavior to identify security risk. It allows early mitigation before threats turn into real incidents. Regulatory compliance is generally about detecting and preventing regulatory violations. Solution is based on continuous audit, rules, templates, and detecting data flow anomalies. And the management of company operation is based on our vision to keep data security and business operation in balance. To cover all these four scenarios, we are proud to introduce you reposition Safetica portfolio. To highlight the refresh strategy, with 10th generation of our DLP, we decided to rename our flagship to Safetica One. Safetica One is all-in-one expert solution providing maximum control over security in the environment. V1 solution covers all security scenarios mentioned before, and it should be the first choice, the market-proven standard. The new product in portfolio, Safetica Next, simplifies data security and makes it affordable to anyone. It simplifies security by smart, risk-driven approach with learning in time. Therefore, it can be more autonomous and ready for non-expert customers and highly scalable services as MSPs or SaaS business. It brings the benefit of cloud-native service and it's easy and fast to use. It's generally reflecting up-to-date trends in security solutions and is the right choice for early adopters. From the positioning perspective, we see the sweet spot for Safetica One in organizations between 300 to 3000 seats. Of course, we have even smaller customers, but with the future product development, we will focus mainly on needs of small enterprises. With reference in manufacturing, finance, healthcare, logistics, and government, we can afford to say that Safetica One is pretty universal solution and you won't make a mistake offering it to all verticals. Neither Safetica Next is tied to specific verticals. We focus on simplification and offering a service you can target even smaller companies, let's say from 30 seats, and fits even to companies without dedicated hardware infrastructure or without internal IT teams. I think it's now important to ensure you about ongoing Safetica One business. With the new release, we want to ensure you that there are no changes in licensing of business tiers and modules. So we keep Safetica One Discovery as threat detection and Safetica One Protection and Enterprise as full protection solution. But we are talking about Safetica One release, so let me briefly introduce you what's new in the big release of Safetica One in version 10. Safetica One is first generation integrating all Safetica scenarios into dynamic data security. It's first step to unification of our security approach and to rapidly increase security efficiency. Now I'm going to introduce you main changes, but first I want to invite you on next week's release webinar. There will be deeper introduction of all these changes and even more. So back to version 10. The main changes are insider threat, content inspection, and refresh UI. Integration of insider threat protection into DLP approach is a part of our unification strategy and it brings risk detection into DLP to identify security threats for new customers and it helps deliver fast security benefits and start with security from the day one. And it's not only for new customers, it's very handy even to highlight the security gaps in DLP configuration for existing customers and improve their settings. The second big thing in Safetica 10 is new content inspection technology. We consider content as a part of less invasive DLP approach as well as modern metadata classification. This new inspection technology was fully rewritten with focus on performance, stability, and even better feature set. It brings improved file type support and even OCR support to cover image data and scan PDF documents. This technology is prepared for multi-platform usage, so you can expect it on macOS soon. And of course, if the rebrand brings Safetica 10 refresh UI and UX. It's aligned with our brand, but brings even some nice UX improvement and you should try it. From longer perspective, we are going to address all already mentioned challenges on the LP market. The Safetica 1 generation is heading to improve our time to value and support modern hybrid digital workspace. So, in time to value, we are going to continue with bringing efficiency into data security by deeper integration DLP and insider threat protection together. Then continue to support the detect and respond principle to speed up the security delivery and reduce DLP maintenance. It can be interesting to note that this ongoing transformation of dynamic DLP also uses more and more automation and machine learning. And it's altogether connected into increased user experience and decrease technology invasiveness into customer environment. The second area, digital workspace, is reflecting hybrid environments, data in cloud, and especially Microsoft 365. We are developing deeper integration with Microsoft ecosystem to bring you smooth security stack over all this modern perimeter. But don't forget on our new product, Safetica Next. In next 6 months, we are going to bring, for example, regular security reports. Actually, reports are going to be introduced in following weeks, so you won't be waiting long. Then all-level account management for partners and customer admins, and of course, even smarter threat detection. And two bigger features, we will focus on Office 365 support and on DLP restrictions. So you can see this rapid roadmap plan and adding support to more and more customer scenarios. So it's definitely the right time to give an attention to this product. I can recommend you to wait till the end of this webinar to hear some extra reasons why start now.
Thank you, Zbigniew, for the new feature overview and roadmap outlook. And that was all from the product update and for now. And I'm happy to introduce you Pavel Sharbort, our CMO, who will present you Safetica's new brand.
Hello, everyone. A year ago, we defined that for Safetica to grow further, we need a new brand strategy, new brand identity, and also a new website. We are proud to show you the results of our work today and set it live at the same time. For us, it all can be summarized into our slogan, excellent data protection made easy. And that is one sentence easy to remember to explain our new brand strategy. Let me start with our new brand strategy. We've defined several things during this process, and one of them is our purpose. We envision a world in which all companies, large and small, can focus on their business without worrying about data loss. And that's why we summarize it as purpose, helping companies to grow with confidence. We also believe that data protection should make running your business easier, not harder. And thanks to our expertise and our solution is simple and effective. That is our promise, excellent data protection made easy. When we protect a company valuable data and know-how, we also help them increase their productivity. And that's why we are here to help you. There are several main powers of the new brand of Safetica. One of them is expert protection. One of them is effortless security. One of them is multi-platform, and the last one is built around you. There are many features we are good at, especially scalable data security, its combination with efficiency management and short time to value. But when creating the new brand, we decided to build it also on things that really makes us different from our competition. We are easy on hardware. We are building undemanding solutions that do not slow down endpoints and don't require new servers. We are easy on IT. Our solutions can work even if customers don't want to get that much involved. We are easy to deploy. Our solutions are not a huge project to implement and deploy, and they are useful in the matter of days. And the last thing, but not least, we have a great support. We are a big company with startup spirit and flexibility to support our customer needs. So with Safetica, every organization can secure its data regardless of their size. There are three key pillars of our new brand. There is a safety, there are data, and people. Our aim was to create a new brand which is easy to remember, which is fresh, which is modern, and which helps you remember that we are in the data safety business. So safety, data, and people. So out of the brand strategy and the three key pillars from the previous slide, the new Safetica logo was born in nice, fresh Safetica blue color with a little part of the shield in the letter S at the beginning. We are just going to use lowercase letters to show the simplicity, cleanness, and freshness of our new logo. And it's not only the Safetica logo, but the many applications we see for the visual identity going forward. For the new products, Safetica When and Safetica Next, for standalone icon for desktop or browser or any kind of different application, and also for many other usages to go forward. So we've created a system which Safetica logo can be used with either tagline to either show a partner level, distributor, or basically any kind of tags we want to show in the future for any kind of certification or different purpose. This system is very flexible and we can use it also in different languages as well. Then there are the new colors, the new brand colors for Safetica. Primarily is going to be the Safetica blue, but there is also yellow and green to be fresh, to be accompanying the main color, and it will also help us in all the marketing materials, both in the print and in the online presence. Here is the primary font we have chosen for our typography. It's a font called Inter. It's one of the fonts from the Google font family. The advantage of this font is that it looks very sharp and very modern. B, this font is available via Google Fonts for free, so everybody can use this font and can download it to their own personal computer. So this allows us the possibility to share our brand documents with basically anybody in the world for them to change, modify it, and build upon. So also the advantage is that any kind of website which we will be running can run much quicker because this font is basically cached globally via Google technology. There is the second font, which will work as substitute font in cases where Inter can't be used, and that is the standard Arial everybody have in their computers. We know them already. It's I think standard font in many computers. So this is the secondary font we are going to use in the future. And with this part, maybe let me show you a couple of examples how the new brand identity can play out. We of course have the main Safetica blue. We would love to have the main identity mostly white or very clean and very sharp. But also the let's say highlight in green, highlight in yellow can come very handy in the future when we see it's useful and we can use it. You can see it right away, let's say on the posters, especially together with the typography and photos. We aim to have really nice, modern, sharp design, which is easy to remember, but at the same time, it's very limited in terms of number of text and characters and let's say main message, which you can see on each of those posters. And yeah, we can play with it any way we like, even with marble statues from the 2nd century AD. But yeah, I mean, the possibilities are limitless going into the future, and we would love to have basically this as a part of our new brand identity and visual DNA going forward. Then there are also several ways how we can present these colors and the brand identity, let's say in the digital space, these being the LinkedIn posts, but that could also apply to banners, that could also apply to Facebook posts, to Twitter, to let's say webinars, any emails, any kind of online media you can see, and we will be building upon. Yeah, and this is the last part of our brand presentation today. Let's check our new website. We've been working on it for nearly a year now. It's already live, so you can check it on www.safetica.com. But still, let me go through it and show you at least how this whole new website is going to play out for you and how you can benefit from it. So the new website, as you can see from the preview, is clean, it's modern, it's also responsive for all the devices which you might use it, like tablet and mobile phones. We also strive to, let's say, keep some of the main elements with, let's say, industry practices for for similar pages. So our website is following those guidelines, so it's easy to orient, easy to go through, and easy to navigate. Of course, there are going to be several different pages and several different layouts you can see through the whole website. So here's just a couple of examples how the product pages might look like, how the page with features might look like, and how different elements of the website can play together. We also have two main products going forward, Safetica 1 as the Safetica DLP you are used to know from the past, and Safetica Next as the new cloud-based product we are starting to promote this year. Of course, they have separate dedicated landing pages or pages within the new website. So I encourage you all to just go through it and have a look and have a feel of the new brand. And there, of course, there are many elements and many parts of the website which are easy for you to get. But let me tell you what you can expect out of it. Throughout the website, there are links to many, many documents, data sheets, cheat sheets, and various other documents you can download. So I encourage you to all to go through the page and have a look on all the documents you can download and link them. There are also several key documents in different languages. There is not just English, but there is German, there is Spanish, there is Portuguese, there is Turkish, there are other languages as well. So that they are all linked through the website and you can have a look. And of course, many of those documents are available also in these different languages. So this helps us to promote Safetica in various countries as well. And I believe that more language versions will come in the future as we speak. So yeah, go through the website, go through the various language pages, and then please have a look on the documents which we link through there. And yeah, I believe this is all from the preview for the new website, Safetica.com. So I would encourage you all to just check our new website, Safetica.com, have a look, go through it. And if you have any feedback, we would really appreciate it to send us email at marketing@Safetica, so we could just improve it or help you to build it even better. Thanks a lot and enjoy the new website.
Thank you, Pavel, and of course, thank you all our partners, attendees of today's Safetinar. We hope this big shift of Safetica will help our joint cooperation and also that will raise the awareness and position of Safetica on global markets. If you were interested in more details about the product features of Safetica 1, don't forget to register to webinar, the product release webinar that takes place on Wednesday next week. And we already send you the invitations in separate email. Also, you'll find the recording of today's Safetinar and links to rebranded materials on Safetica brand in follow-up email latest tomorrow. Because there are many of you right now and it will be pretty difficult to answer all the possible questions and also that we'd like to collect as broader feedback as possible. We would like to ask you to send us any questions and any feedback through the feedback form that will be also part of the follow-up email latest tomorrow. And we also promised you one more thing, and that is the promo. We'd like to celebrate 10 years of Safetica on the market with you. So from now on till the end of October, we'll offer 50% anniversary discount on new projects with Safetica Next. This promo is applicable for all regions and is valid only for channel partners. If you'd like to get more information or more details, please contact your channel development managers. So this is all from my and also from our side. Thanks you again for joining us and hopefully see you in one of our future Safetinars. Thanks again.